purpose. Why are we here? What is the point of anything? That's how a lot of people like to phrase it. They like to say, I just want a simple answer. What is the point of any of this? Why are we here? What's the point? I feel like the intention behind it is to make it sound like it's a simple question with some easy fill-in-the-blank answer. When in reality, that's not the case at all. I mean, questioning, basically, when I hear this question, I hear a request for basically the story of the entire universe from now until the heat death of our known universe. And it's just, it doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. You know, for a while I was the one kind of asking the question of why even continue on living? Why are we here? What's the point? More of that, all that kind of stuff. And the more I look into this, the more I kind of realize how stupid of a question that really is. The question I think that we should be asking more of is, well, what is my purpose? Because asking for the reason for all of existence is like asking someone to solve a math problem that goes on for 14 billion years. And I honestly think that the only person that could ever know what the point of any of this is God. But I don't think that he really sees a reason to give us the answer to that. Because, like, frankly, why do we even care? You know, why do we care about? I mean, actually, no, I do know. That's a pretty stupid question in itself. I do know why people want to know why any of us are here. The real reason we want to know the point of existence is because we want some goal, some objective, some defined point that we can look towards and follow. Humans are very comfortable with order. They like being directed. Okay, that sounds like really weird and the start of some kind of weird dictatorship, but you get my point. People don't like chaos. People like to have an objective that they can accomplish that seems feasible, something that is clear and concise and not some stupid, long, complicated journey that they have to go on to discover the answer for. They want answers. But I kind of think that the whole point of living is that, well, you don't know where you're going to go next. You don't know what your final objective is. And like, on one hand, yes, having a goal is nice. It's comforting. But at the same time, how many millionaires that have their entire life together can you think of that are actually happy with their lives? The first person that comes to my mind is like Elon Musk. He's been, I don't know, he likes to mix things up. He has like 100 different houses, all of which he has sold, and is for some reason going back to living in this tiny little portable like box home. Oh, and that's just one of the many extraordinary things that he has done with his life. You see, most millionaires, most billionaires, CEOs, whatever you want to call them, they usually just start a company, become super successful, and then they just sit on top of their profits and just manage the whole thing for the rest of their life, pulling in money, and that's about it. And, well, where do you go from there? You have billions of dollars, you've built up generational wealth, everything is all good to go. I mean, sure, you can travel the world, go to all the different fancy resorts, drink all the fancy wines, eat all the fancy foods, meet all the fancy people, but that's usually just kind of the end of it. And despite being the richest man on planet Earth, Elon Musk has still found ways to make his life exciting. I mean, he started SpaceX, Tesla, he created the Boring Company, he made a flamethrower just for the fun of it, and he's always on Twitter, goofing off, posting stuff like a normal person. He acts like a normal person. Okay, we're getting a bit off topic here. You know, I'm not trying to say that being rich is bad or anything like that. It's just, the point I'm trying to make is that having a really direct, defined goal in life that you just follow until the end, it's not really as exciting as you think it is. The reason that Elon Musk is so happy, the reason that he looks like he's actually enjoying life, is because he lives life like he still has more to accomplish, like he still has stuff to do. Anyways, on to the next point. Another thing that I see people kind of like assigning themselves as like their life goal that they think is the ultimate purpose for all humans is to be remembered, to be someone that is put in history books for good or maybe even for bad sometimes. And that's another thing that I kind of think is really stupid because, well, once you're dead, you're dead. Like, why do you care what people think about you after you are dead? I mean, obviously, I can understand why some people would want to leave a positive impact on the world, you know? And if there is, like, an afterlife, which I think there is, then you don't want to carry that guilt with you or end up in hell rather than heaven or anything like that. But whether you were Abraham Lincoln or some janitor that just liked mopping floors, I don't really think it matters that much as long as you felt like you had a good time. As long as you felt like you were proud of yourself. Not that other people were proud of you, but you were the one that felt like you fulfilled your own destiny. Because your goals, as you go on living, are going to keep changing, and they're going to keep evolving as time goes on. You know? You don't just get a job and then be like, well, I guess this is my purpose. This is where I stay for the rest of my life. People have career changes. They flip-flop around. The point is, it's not something that you should be that worried about. It's obviously important to have goals and stuff in life, but I just wanted to say this because, you know, this was something that perturbed me for a very long time. Something that gave me quite a lot of anxiety. Something that made me kind of depressed at times. Like, why am I even here? What's the purpose of all this? And even when I came to the conclusion, well, I can't figure that out for everything. I can at least figure this. I at least deserve to know an answer for myself. I realized, well, I'm not supposed to know. And I don't need to know. Because it's not important. What's important is the journey. And like, I know that sounds like really whimsical kind of cartoon story. Got to the end, figure out there's no treasure, and be like, well, maybe the treasure was the friends we made along the way. I'm not saying anything like that. If I had to summarize this video in a few words, it would probably be something like this. Set goals, but don't make them your entire life. Purpose is not the destination you're trying to get to, but it's more so the journey you experience along the way. I just made this video as a way to kind of give anyone that is having some kind of existential crisis right now just a bit of comfort for the future and for the big question that I attempted to answer in this video. Now you can probably hear it, but it's starting to rain now, so I'm gonna have to start wrapping this video up. But you know, if you have a different opinion from me, tell me, let me know in the comments, because this is still a question that I haven't fully answered yet. I feel like I've given myself a satisfactory answer, but if you guys want to know more, then please feel free to have discussion, talk in the comments. This definitely isn't just for engagement. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.